Sonya with Artsy Solutions, and I made some clusters from several different things, and I'm trying to just make like a whole bunch of mass embellishments. And so I used a combination of leaves and stuff that I die cut from a previous video of the just fall leaves or whatever, and I'll have a link in the description of where I got all this from and the videos that I used when I created the leaves and the acorns. So I made this little shaker cluster envelope, and I actually got this idea, not specifically the fall theme, but the idea of making a shaker envelope or pocket from Lovely Jennifer 71 on Instagram. Her name is Jennifer Real, and she's also a member of Where Baking and Crafting Meet, and she made some really cute vellum pockets and envelopes and stuff, and they were really pretty, and that's what kind of gave me the idea to make some pockets and stuff. So since I was already making a fall journal, I decided I'd just go ahead and do some fall shakers, or a fall shaker, and right here it is. And basically it has like an alchemy kind of bottles in the backdrop, and these bottles come from the Neat Sweets, the Sweets by Thelisha, and I'll have a link in the description where her site is. And she's got some different stamps. She has a fall stamp and a Halloween stamp. It's a digital stamp set, and so these bottles came from, I think it was the Halloween stamp set. And when you purchase her stamp sets, you also get like a free like another free digital that comes with them. So but yeah, what I did basically, and I'll show you in the video how I made it, it was printed out twice, one on some OHP paper and then also printed out on regular cardstock, and then I colored it, the cardstock, or painted it, and then, well, I'll show you the process in just a little while. But yeah, so basically I've got some images from the Warm Harvest kit, which is on my Multimedia Crafts digital Etsy shop, and I'll have a link in the description for that too. And then I just die cut some leaves and stuff, and then I'll have a video shown up above and in the description of how I did those. So there that is. And then here's this little cluster, and I just took some scraps from the Warm Harvest digital paper lines, and then this is from Thelisha's kit, the Neat Sweets. This was from, I think it was the fall stamp set, and then I added the acorn and the leaf and some cheesecloth, and then I just created this cluster. And then on here I just added some of the leaves that I had made in another video, and the acorns, and then these pumpkins. It was either from the fall stamp set or the Halloween stamp set. I can't remember because she's got pumpkins on both of them. But yeah, that's where those come from. So I'm going to speed up the video in some of the parts of it, and then I'll talk to you in other parts. So just sit back and I'll explain how I made all this. So I'm working on a fall journal, and so I've already made some leaves in a previous video, and I'm going to use some of these leaves to create a cluster that I'm getting ready to start on. And what I usually do sometimes is like, my son is a car rider at school, and while I'm in the car I'll just kind of sit and just write down little ideas of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be making some acetate pockets, and this particular one is going to have, I'm using some of the digital prints, digital stamps from the Neat Sweets, the Sweets by Thelisha, and I'll have a link in the description where I'm getting all this stuff from. Well, I printed these out. There's two different ones. There's a fall one and then there's a Halloween one. And so I printed them out on cardstock. And these are just gorgeous, gorgeous. You got your cauldron, your pumpkins, your haystacks, your little sunflower and leaves, which I should have made some leaves with that, but I didn't even think about it. And then, but I'm still going to use them. And then you've got some pumpkins on this one, and you've got your graveyard scenery and your alchemy bottles, which I'm definitely going to use these. And you've got your bat, which says spooky, and then your candy, your bag of candy. So that's from the stamp set. And then when you buy the stamp set, I think the fall stamp set, you get this freebie. Wait a minute, I gotta turn the wrong way. Yeah. And you can make a card, belly band. You can make all kinds of things with it. Just beautiful scenery, just very beautiful. And what I may do is I may go and print this one on a smaller scale. Instead of printing at 100%, I might print it down to 50% and make it a little bit smaller. But I'm still going to use this one with something. Yeah, I can make it into a vertical flip. But and then for the Halloween, I didn't print it out, but for the Halloween stamp set, you also get a freebie, but it has like Haunted Mansion kind of look. So, but I printed these out on both cardstock, and then I also printed them out on some OHP paper. This is it's OHP inkjet printing film, and you just basically it's made for like overhead projector, but I mean you can use it for all sorts of things. So, and I got this, I think I ordered this off of Amazon. So this is what it looks like. It's 8.5 by 11. You just feed it through your printer and print it out on the rough side, because there's two different sides to it. And the rough side is the side that holds the colors and the inks and stuff like that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting these out. I'm going to cut the background image, like the cauldron, pumpkins, different things like that. And I'm going to color them, like the leaves and the hay and all that stuff. And then I'm going to cut out the bottles and stuff. And then I'm going to do some painting on them. And then we're going to create some clusters using all kinds of stuff. So let's just go ahead and one at a time. I'm going to go ahead and first color in some of the pumpkins and the hay. I'm going to color this page. And I'm also going to color in some of these bottles. And I'm just going to use some light, like maybe watercolors or something for those. everything cut out and distressed, and basically all I did was just go around the edges of each one of them after I cut them out. I used this Walnut Stain Distress Oxide ink and just went around the entire edge and distressed it. And then I came back through using the alcohol marker. Went around the edge with it. And just to make it blend in, you know, make it look like just one unit, and it makes it look like it's just blended in really well. I like to do all of my stuff like that. So, alright, so now that we've got that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start making some clusters. So basically what I think I'm going to do, since my original idea was to add color to these, but since I couldn't, I'm going to make some pockets with it. So I'm going to make like some shaker pockets, if that makes any sense. Make sure I have it turned the correct way too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a space. Hold on, let me get some bigger scissors. I'm going to cut out like a straight edge. And I'm going to leave some space in between the pictures. And basically what I'm going to do, I have to turn the wrong way. Okay, it goes this way. So I'm just going to start out with this one first, and then I'm going to cut the pumpkins out, and I'll get all those in a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a shaker pocket, meaning I'm going to add this to a piece of acetate. Okay, so I've got a piece of white paper so that you can see where the acetate, the corners of the acetate is. Hold on, let me try to fix my zoom. Okay, so that way you can see where it begins and ends, or whatever each corner is, because we want to try to line everything up. So I've got the image cut out, the image from the OHP paper, and basically what I'm going to do, let me slide this over just for a moment. So I'm going to take some double-sided tape, and somehow I get stuff stuck all on it. Did that happen to you guys too? So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go around all four corners of this OHP paper, or yeah, but let's make sure. Okay, so that's the side that's going to show, so make sure we put it on the correct side. We're going to put it on the clear, smooth side that wasn't printed on. So there's nothing like putting tape on the wrong side and then you have to take it off, and it's just a mess. Okay, so we're just going to go around the edges. I didn't make that one long enough, so I'm just going to kind of come back over it again. So I'm going to make sure it's going to stay sealed. Alright. And we're just going to make sure it's nice and flat and smooth up against it and sealed. Now this is it. This is going to become a tuck spot. So just go ahead and get your scoring board out, or if you know how to fold it nice and neatly at a 1/2 inch, you can do that too. So I'm just going to stick this here. I'm going to go ahead and let me move this out the way. I'm going to go ahead and score it at a 1/2 inch. That way I can know where to cut it at. And this is, the image is going to kind of come down at an angle. I'm going to turn this at an angle. First I'm going to cut it down because I'm going to have room. I just took off about 4 inches. And cut this down just a hair. Take off about 2 inches. So, okay. I'm going to come in at an angle, and I'm going to line this, the corner, like at an angle, or however, whatever angle I'm going to have it cut down to. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. Let me get this white paper so you can see. So it's coming down like slanted, you know what I mean? So, and it's already scored a little bit. So the shaker portion of it, I have to slide this down just a little bit more, is going to come roughly around in here in this area. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So I need to take the scoring board and go all the way down because I didn't get it down far enough. I'm planning this in my head as I'm showing you, so bear with me, please. I'm just going to score all the way down at a 1/2 inch. And then since we know we're going to also have to score, so this is going to come to about right here. We're going to have to turn it like that. Put that up against it. The image is going to be somewhere along in here, so we're going to go ahead and score at about right here, and then we're going to score another 1/2 inch right here, because that's where we're going to be cutting it at. So I'm just going to cut on this score line right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take 2 well, 3 of the sides of it off, and I'm gonna leave that bottom piece on because I'm gonna feed some stuff down into it. But so I'm gonna go ahead and peel some of this off. And I don't know if you noticed it or not, but there's like a little void where the 2 pieces of tape didn't meet. So I'm just, after I peel this red off, I'm gonna add another piece going across all the way, just to make sure that there aren't any, there's no room for the sequins and the fillers to come out. So I'm gonna go all the way to the very top and all the way to the bottom. Make sure that's on really well. And then I'm gonna take it loose. Okay, so let's get our white paper and let's get our thing, our envelope or folder, whatever this thing is called. And we're going to make sure we've got it on the sticky side. Make sure that lines that really okay. And then we're going to go ahead and stick this on. I think I'll kind of put it over in the center a little bit. Okay, and then now I'm going to add some fillers down in there. I'm just going to take a little bit of sequin. And then I have some beads that I'm going to add to it. You may need like a little spoon or something to pick these up because they're hard to grasp. Okay, that should be enough. So now I'm getting ready to take this off and then we're going to seal it in. Okay, so now we're going to decorate this envelope. This is going to kind of sit kind of like this. First, I want to add some leaves and different things. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one here. And then I think I'm going to add an acorn. Okay, so we've got that. And then I'm gonna have to back this onto something else to make sure that this isn't going anywhere. So I'm gonna need like another clear piece of acetate to make sure that this is okay and isn't going anywhere. So what I'll do is I'm gonna add some tape along this edge and along this edge. Or better yet, I'll add it to this one and this one, and since that's where I'm going to glue it to. Okay, so now I'm going to line this up right here and here, going straight across, and then I'm going to line it here, going up and down. I'm just going to make sure that's not going to go anywhere. And then I'm just going to cut any excess going straight up. And then I'm gonna cut this at an angle so it looks better and it looks uniform. Okay. And then this is going to fold over. And this is going to fold over. And we're going to have us a little pocket. And we'll go ahead, cut this here, cut that here. And it has to kind of go at an angle so that when we apply it to the paper, it'll fit. So we have us a little pocket, a little corner pocket. And I'm going to do some decorating. I'm going to put some leaves on the outside. Okay, I've decided I'm going to close this up because it's too bulky. So, move this out the way. I'm just going to add some of this. And bring it on down to here. And then we're gonna take this I'm going to take this off first. And I want to make sure this is lined up. And then we're going to take this loose. Make sure that's lined up. Okay, so now we've got that. And then I'm just going to glue some of these on here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this. And then this, let's see here, this will go here, this will go here, So I think I'm going to add glue.
That's the first one, the first cluster. And then the next one is going to be a whole lot more simple.
To these and make some more along the way. So far we have 3. We've got this one with the little pumpkins, and we've got this one with the sunflower, and I may add something else in the background, but we'll see. But to start out, that's what we have. And then we have our little pocket cluster here. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channels and check out my other videos and my blog and my other social media sites. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.